Everything we use every single day, be it the food on our plates or the smartphones in our hands, are made of different materials. Most of the resources we depend on each day are extracted from our natural environment. No matter how limited resources we consume, we still have an impact on the environment. But in the last 50 years, we consume more than what the earth can regenerate and absorb our waste and emission. We must take account of how much we harm our natural environment. Arab Youth Climate Movement Qatar started this new initiative to estimate carbon footprint of our households. This is the first of a kind study to know how much each household consume and emit carbon emissions in Qatar. We really hope you take part in this amazing initiative and find out how much you consume and its impact on the local and global environment. We strongly recommend you watch until the end, so you would be prepared to fill out the survey and avoid any sort of confusion you have. First, few things in mind, this survey is completely voluntary. It is anonymous. We don't take your phone number, name, address, or any details that reveal your identity. While we have an optional email if you wish to participate in future workshops. Make sure that one survey for each household to avoid double counting. If you are under 18, make sure your parents, guardians, or your older siblings help you in collecting and filling the data. This survey takes 1 month. Yes, I know it's long, but 1 month is to collect all the data you need. In fact, you don't need a lot of things. You need a smartphone, a weighing machine, kahrama, electricity and water bill, the grocery bill, and a small dose of patience. So let's start. On the first page of the survey, you are going to fill your basic information about you, your household members, how long you have been in Qatar. If you are a non-Qatari household, you have to include your income, education, etc. Next comes your household type, whether it's an apartment or a villa in the compound or a standalone villa, how old it is. You can always ask your landlord what's the total area of your home. If there is no landlord, you can use this app and install in your smartphone and measure in the area of your home. And make sure the units are in square meters. Next comes the transportation. This is where we're going to measure the household carbon footprint because our cars and international flights consume a lot of gas and emit carbon emissions. Let's start with the car transports. First, we need the list of all the active cars in your home. If you have more than one, you just mark them as car 1, car 2, car 3, etc. Take a picture of those istimara and keep it with you because istimara gives a lot of details that you need, like the type of car, manufacturing year, and number of cylinders. If you're starting to calculate from, let's say, the 1st of September, you take a picture of your odometer at the start of the month. By the end of the month, you can take a picture again and say how many kilometers your car has traveled since. If you have more cars, you can do the same process. So car 1, car 2, etc. Next, you can also ask whoever is driving the car how much petrol was added to the car during that month. Next, we focus on air travel. Because of COVID, not many have traveled in the last year. So you can use the data of travel from 2019. You need to record the number of people in your home traveled different countries in 2019. Say for instance, you went for a summer vacation with all your family members to London. Then you can select Europe and the number of times you traveled and the total number of family members. And whether you traveled in a business or economy class. You can always choose the region. It is hard to choose city-wise. The calculator takes the furthest end of that region. Similarly, you can list all of the travels done by all your family members. Now we will calculate the electricity and water consumption. Before starting this, you need 3 things. You need your smartphone, the electricity number, and your CR or ID number. You will find the electricity number on your doors. It's a red plate with 5 to 6 digit number. You can get the CR from your building manager or from your family head. You can either install the Kahrama app or visit the website and put the details of CR number and electricity number. You will get electricity and water consumption data for the last 1 year. You can use the data for either 2019 or 2020, but you have to make sure that you are living in the same house, apartment for the last 1 year. You can look at the bar chart and use the actual monthly consumption values. Once you got the whole year from January 2019 to December 2019, you can upload the information on the tool. You can choose the year as long as you have 1 year of information. In the same app web page, you will find the data for water consumption for the whole year. Next, we calculate our cooking fuel. Some homes will be using electricity and some will be using LPG for cooking. You can ask your family member who cook often how much percentage of gas and electricity you use in general for cooking. If you use gas, you can say how many 6 or 12 liter cylinders that you use on your household. Next, you're going to use your grocery bills or ask your family how much of the meat the whole family consumes. You can do this two ways. Collect the grocery bills and calculate the amount of meat, fish, and other dairy products were consumed during the month you are collecting the data. Similarly, on average, how much of rice and bread you use on month for the entire family. The final part of the survey is to measure the amount of waste we generate. This is the most challenging part, I know, but it's totally worth it. There are 4 types of waste that we're going to collect. Organic waste like vegetables, scraps, peels, leftover foods, and green waste like grass or tree leaves. Second is all the plastic waste, whether it's going to be waste from milk, water bottles. Third are all the paper, newspaper, wrappings, cartoon boxes. And fourth is all of the other waste. This includes everything like electronic waste, textiles, and glass. This is how you need to calculate. First, take a paper and pen or open an Excel sheet on your computer. Second, make 4 columns and 30 rows with day 1 to day 30. On day 1, you can keep 4 different plastic bags in the kitchen or other place and segregate the waste. Put in respective bags before throwing it out. You can use the weighing machine to measure the waste and mark in paper or Excel sheet. Once you complete all the information, you'll get the results instantly. You will know your household carbon footprint for a year. If you want to compare your results with national average, then you can take a copy of the numbers, and after a few weeks or month, you can check again by using the unique ID number. Now your results will be compared with the national average carbon footprint and compared with identical numbers of households. Thank you for taking part in this study. Let's use our precious natural resources wisely and help minimize environmental damage.